last part, we have read till here. Let's continue. Here lies the guest. Bonham stopped in front of a purple-colored door, engraved with a skull. A brass plate on the door read "Guest Room." Bonham opened the door and I peeked inside. It was a strange-looking room. Thick purple velvet colored the walls. It reminded me the inside of pricey coffin. Creepy. The dresser was shiny and black. The silver handles looked like the coffin handles. A large bed with 4 posts sat in the center of the room. Bats and spiders were carved into the posts. Over the bed hung a sign. Here lies the guest. How was I supposed to sleep in this chamber of horrors? I gulped and stepped inside. How was I supposed to get any sleep in this chamber of horrors? I shivered at the thought. Bonham cleared his throat. We could certainly use a fire on this chilly autumn day. I turned toward the fireplace. There was no fire. The butler spoke again, more loudly this time. I said, "We could certainly use a fire." Once again, I was confused. Who was Bonham talking to? Finally, Bonham began to yell, "We need a fire! A fire! It is cold enough to freeze your whiskers in here!" Suddenly, a crackling fire began to burn in the fireplace. I stepped back, shocked. What happened? Was this some kind of magic? "I'm sorry, sir," Bonham said. "The fireplace is a bit deaf. It is more than 300 years old. You see." I took another step back and found myself standing next to a tall mirror. At least, I thought it was a mirror. I could not see my reflection in it. "Is something wrong with the mirror?" I asked. "Oh, the mirror has probably just gone somewhere to take a nap," Bonham answered. "It's very lazy, sir. So sorry." A deaf fireplace. A lazy mirror. What kind of place was this? Bonham walked toward the door. "One more thing, sir," he said. "Be careful of the carpet. It's really a popular. And if you need anything, just yell." The butler left and closed the door. I looked down at the carpet, curious. Without warning, it pulled out from under me. Splat! I fell flat on my nose. Then the carpet rolled up with me inside it. Bonham opened the door. "I told you, sir, the carpet is a real popular." Then he shut the door behind him. I could not take it anymore. I was hungry, I was tired, and now I was rolled up in a paw-pulling carpet. "I want to go home," I wailed. Earthworm liver and leech lard. I unrolled myself from the carpet. There was no way I could sleep in this awful room. I decided to search for something to eat. Instead, I was so hungry I would have given my left paw for a cheese sandwich. As I walked down the hallway, a delicious smell wafted toward me. My whiskers twitched. It smelled like stew. I followed my snout until I found this kitchen. It was an enormous room with a brick ceiling and stone floor. I saw a rat stirring a pot over the stove. If I were being polite, I might describe him as heavy rat with stained apron and uh, waxed whiskers. Chef Stewart. Who is he? The Cackleford family cook. He loves the opera. He is always trailed by a cloud of gnats. That's probably because he hasn't worn since Christmas. Exactly which Christmas, nobody knows. His secrets. He dreams of selling his stew around the world, and he is in love with Madame Latom. But I was tired and hungry, and not feeling very polite, and so I'll tell you that he was a very fat sewer rat with a filthy, smelly apron and greasy whiskers. Not at all the kind of rat a mouse of refined taste likes to see in a kitchen. The cooking was humming a tune while he stirred the pot. Open your snout, come and pick out. My stew is a treat, the best thing you eat. Eat and eat until you're fat, and you will be happy a rat. The cook saw me and beckoned me closer. Now I could see a cloud of tiny bug flying things around his head. He held out a spoon. Do me a favor and taste this, he said. I was so hungry, I slurped the stew right from the spoon. Very good, I said, licking my whiskers. In fact, it's excellent. The cook grinned. Nobody makes stew like mine. It's best around. He grabbed the bowl and filled it to the brim for me. I grabbed eagerly. Maybe this trip wasn't so bad after all, I thought. The delicious stew made up for all the horrible things I had found so far. The stew is quite wonderful, I said. Would you mind telling me what's in it? Of course not, the cook said, beaming. Let's see. There is earthworm liver, leech lard, black scorpion claws, wasp stingers, bat ticks, crushed red termites, shark fins, piranha teeth, iguana claws, viper venom, snake spleen, plus a little salt and pepper. My stomach lurched. What? The cook smiled. He grabbed a cockroach crawling across the stove. Then he tossed it into the stew. How do you think my stew got so good? He asked. It is because I keep adding surprise ingredients. I watched in horror as he took off one of his smelly socks and threw it into the stew. Just a little bit of flavor, he said. Don't want to overdo it. He pulled out the sock. I will tell you a secret, he whispered. This stew has been simmering in this pot for the last 500 years. I inherited it from my great 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 grandfather. I felt betrayed. I felt sick. I felt dizzy. I want to go home! Just then, a loud female voice rang through the kitchen. Chef Stewart. The cook turned around. His eyes gleamed with excitement. Madam, Madam! He cried. The great Chef Steward's great-great-great-grandfather. Sing for me, my little rare canary. A very strange mouse entered the kitchen. She wore an old-fashioned dress trimmed with lace. A bat-shaped necklace hung around her neck. She had a huge pile of white hair on the top of her head. When she got closer, I noticed she had a strange odor, like dead flowers. But that was not the only thing about Madame Latom. I swore I heard a growl when she came in. But I could not tell where the sound was coming from. Madame Latom smiled at the cook. Chef Stewart, I need today's menu, she said. Madame Latom. Who is she? The housekeeper of the Cacklefur family. She plays violin and collects dolls. Her hairstyle beside her ferocious rare canary. It's like werewolf, but it's canary. And a lot scarier when the moon is full. Her secret. She is in love with Professor Frankenstein. Of course, Madame Latom, said the cook in a sweet voice. You do look lovely today. Here's the menu. Grilled stew with toadstools, stew pie with fried stew sticks, scrambled stew with stew sauce, stew ice cream. Thank you, chef, Madame Latom said. She turned and left the kitchen. And as she walked away, she sang a strange little song. Sing for me, my dearie, sing for me, my little rare canary. As she sang, I saw a little yellow bird pop out of Madame Latom's hair. The bird looked at me and growled. I shivered. I didn't know what a rare canary was, but I was sure it wasn't nice. You are looking so pale, Shivereen. I left the kitchen rubbing my grumbling belly. Somehow I had to find a way out of the Cacklefur castle. I opened the first door I could find and stepped inside. I found myself in an enormous hall filled with strange-looking rodents. I looked down at my paws. The marble floor was lizard green. I looked up. Candlelight cast ghostly shadows on the wall. I felt upon my shoulder and squeaked in surprise. It was Crapella. "Hello, my little zombie wombie," she said in stroking my whiskers. "How do you like the castle?" "I want to go home!" I cried. Crapella ignored me. She grabbed my paw and dragged me into the hall. "I'm going to introduce you to my family, Geronimo," she said. "Please don't embarrass me." Before I could reply, a teenage mouse ran up to us. She looked like a smaller version of Crippa. She had the same shiny gray fur, and she seemed very fond of the color purple. She wore a purple t-shirt and jeans. She carried a bat-shaped purse, and perched on top of her shoulder was a real live chameleon. Hello, Auntie, the little mouse said. How nice to meet you. Crapella hugged her. Shivereen, you look pale. How lovely. Thanks, answered Shivereen. I love your dress. It's so mysterious. Shivereen, who is she? She is Cripella's favorite niece. She copies Cripella in every way. She has a pet chameleon named Moldy. She dreams of walking in the world of fashion. She keeps a diary hidden under her mattress. Cripella pushed me forward. Shivering, I would like you to meet Geronimo Stilton. We are going to get to be married. That's not exactly, I began, but Shivering interrupted me. Where is the wedding? She squeaked. Never! I screamed. Enough was enough. Don't listen to Geronimo, Cripella said, taking her niece's arm. He's just a little tired from our trip. Now you tell me, do you have a mouse friend yet? The two mice walked away, chattering. I looked around the hall, hoping to find a friendly face or a way to escape. I saw something that might help. An old-fashioned phone hung on the wall. I crept over to it, as quiet as a mouse, and quickly dialed my sister Tia. Hello, Tia, I whispered. It's me, Geronimo. I've been mouse-napped. Suddenly the telephone began to scream. Put down the phone, Chatterface. No phone calls allowed. No phone calls allowed. Flipper ran over and hung up the phone. Welcome, telephone, she said. She told to the phone. Geronimo was being very naughty indeed. I want to go home, I wailed. The mice in the hall all looked at me. That Geronimo you still think is a strange mouse, they whispered. Snip and Snap, the spooky twins. One hand walked into the hall, carrying a gong. He put earplugs in his ears. Then he struck the gong with the mallet. The loud sound rang through the hall. Gong! I held my ears and followed everyone into the dining hall. Chef Stew Rat was wheeling in a tray with a stew pot. Stew is ready! He cried. Come and get it! My stomach lurched at the thought of the more stew. As everyone scrambled for a seat at the long dining table, I saw my chance. I quickly ducked under the table. Unfortunately, I wasn't alone. I found myself staring at two young mice who looked exactly alike. At first, they did not look like the other cacklefurs. They both had very neat hair and normal-looking clothes, but they each had a wicked gleam in their eyes. I suddenly heard Cripella shout. I just looked out of the window. Who painted the flowers on my ears? If I catch him, I'll tear his whiskers out one by one. It must have been Snip and Snap, said Madame Ladon. Beside me, the twin mice began to giggle. Snip and Snap. Who are they? These twins are very smart and very good with computers. They are exactly alike. Perfectly mean and truly annoying. Their secret. They were a collection of tricks that they used to scare guests staying at the Cackleful Castle. Kafka, the faithful cockroach. Before I could question the boys, I felt something lick my ankle. Then I heard a bark. Uff! Kafka has sniffed out something, shrieked Crippler. I turned around and looked at my ankle. A huge cockroach sat there. It was sitting on its hind legs and barking like a dog. Woof! 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 Quiet! I hissed, but it was too late. Madame lifted the tablecloth. Come on out, you little scoundrels, she commanded. Snip and Snap crawled out from under the table. I had no choice but to follow them. Cripella shrieked. My ears used to be so gloomy, and now it looks cheerful. He did it, said Snip, pointing to Snap. He did it, said Snap, pointing to Snip. The boys looked at each other. Then they pointed at me. No, he did it, squeaked. I did not, I protested. Cripella battled her green eyes. Naughty boy Geronimo, you must give me a kiss, and I'll forgive you. Before I could protest, she perked up her snout and kissed me. Kafka the cockroach. Who is he? The much-loved pet cockroach of the Cackleful family. His cockroach house is in the courtyard, but he loves to sleep in SHIVEREEN's bed. She takes him for a walk every morning. His secret: he can't get enough cockroach crunchies. The joking ghost. The joking ghost. Everyone sat down at the table, but the moment Annie Bottom touched the seat, there was a loud, embarrassing noise. Excuse me, I said, turning bright red. I didn't mean it. Then I realized what happened. Someone put a whoopee cushion on my chair. Who put this here? I shrieked. It wasn't us this time, said Snip and Snap. I didn't believe them, but they were telling the truth. It was Bowie, sir, explained Bonaham. He is the castle ghost. He loves to play jokes. He is very playful. Bowie, the poltergeist. Who is he? The ghost of the Cackleful Castle. This young ghost is a poltergeist, which means he likes to play tricks on everyone. His secret: he's afraid of scary movies, but watches them anyway. Just then, my water glass fallen off the table. Then the water poured onto my lap. Bowie seems to like you a lot, sir, said the butler. I shuddered. What would Bowie do if he didn't like me? Everyone began to eat their stew. I looked into my bowl and frowned. Inside the bubbling goo, I saw one of my own buttons. I saw a yellow canary feather, too. I pushed away the ball in disgust. Excuse me, chef, I asked. Maybe I have something else to eat? A salad, maybe? Chef Stewart looked angry. Are you saying you don't like my stew? Everyone at the table stared at me. That Geronimo stilton is a strange mouse, they murmured. Chef shied. I can make you a salad if you want. How about some poison ivy with slime dressing, or cereal algae with moldy mushrooms, and some nice pond scum on the top? I turned as big as a piece of mozzarella. Huh? How about some fruit instead? I have just a thing. Chef Stewart said, how about a bowl of flesh-eating strawberries? Their teeth are nice and sharp. I turned even paler. No, thank you, I said weakly. Well, what will it be? Asked the chef. Some snake steak or some nice toxic tiger fish? It shrimp fresh from the moat. I think I'll skip supper, I said. My poor stomach growled. Have some toadstool seed, my little batwing, said Propeller. It will make your tummy feel better. The thing has stomach ache. Viewers, we will continue from this chapter in the next video. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe our video.